Do you have a bucket list of places that you want to visit in California? Well, I've got a list for you. Why don't you go on west to California? There's work there, and it never gets cold. Why? You can reach out anywhere and pick an orange. Why? There's always some kind of crop to work in. Why don't you go there? That was said by John Steinbeck in The Grapes of Wrath. California is best known for sunny weather and beautiful beaches. But if you don't visit the mountains and the desert in the winter months, you're doing it all wrong. The Golden State has so much more to offer than just a summer destination. As a California native here and enthusiast, I'm here to tell you that these are some of the best things to see and places to visit during the winter. Number 1, Death Valley. The hottest desert in the world is not the place to be in the middle of July, but it's absolutely perfect for the winter and the spring months when so much of the rest of the U.S. is under a layer of snow. It's the ideal time to go hiking on the Golden Canyon. Take in a stunning sunset at Zabriskie Point, marvel at the colors of artist's palette, and if you're lucky, even see a wildflower bloom in the desert, which can happen from late February onward. Be sure to check out the Badwater Basin as well, a unique geological feature at the lowest point in the U.S. The stargazing is so incredible, but remember to bundle up because the temperature swing in the desert from day to night can be very extreme, particularly in the wintertime. And number 2, ski in the Sierras. If you're into skiing, you probably have heard of Lake Tahoe and Mammoth Mountain. Both are world-class ski resorts with incredible powder, depending on the time of the year and if we have water. This year in particular has been incredibly good for snow. If you're not an alpine skier, the mountain areas also have snowshoeing and sometimes skating as well. They are both set in stunning locations with lots to do nearby. Mammoth, however, is close to the next item on this list, along with the Alabama Hills and Tahoe. It's a huge area that spans all the way into Nevada with plenty of snowmobiling and snowshoeing trails. And number 3, Hot Creek. Since we're talking about Mammoth, you've got to check out the nearby Hot Creek. It's a hot spring river that runs through a mountain valley. It's especially great when the weather is cold and the river is rimmed with snow. I can't even imagine a better way to wind down after a long day of skiing. Which leads us to number 4, Yosemite. Yosemite turns into a winter wonderland when it snows. Many of the usual trails like Bridal Veil Falls and Lower Yosemite Fall trails are still easy accessible, but mainly because they're flat. Other trails, like the Road to Glacier Point, they turn into a fantastic skiing or snowshoeing opportunity. There's also snowshoeing to Dewey Point from the Yosemite ski and snowboard area. There is a shuttle that is free from the valley, and it'll take you right to the rental place on the top. And tip number 5, Horsetail Fall. There's also the phenomenon of Yosemite's Horsetail Fall, or the Fire Fall, each February. Otherwise, an under-the-radar waterfall. Horsetail lights up due to the angle of the sunset for a period of about 2 weeks at the end of the month. It can vary though, depending on the amount of water the fall produces and how cloudy it is. But if you hit it just right, it's a photographer's dream. It becomes incredibly popular with hundreds of people showing up now just to take pictures during the peak days. Number 6, Alabama Hills. This area is famous for being a setting for old Western movies, as well as many others over the years. Since I'm not a big fan of Westerns, I just wanted to let you know about this. It's close to Mount Whitney, which is covered in snow and beautiful in its own right. The winter just keeps the right time to head to see the snow in the mountains and also enjoy the otherwise hot Alabama hills. The stargazing out there is also incredible. There's BLM land, Bureau of Land Management, meaning it's public land, so there's camping everywhere. There are also several hikes, including the one that's shaped like a heart. And number 7, Pacific Grove, known as Butterfly Town. Pacific Grove receives a huge migration of monarch butterflies each winter. Between November and February, you can see them take off in flight each morning for a stunning sight. For more information, check out the Pacific Grove Museum of Natural History's Monarch Sanctuary. And number 8, Joshua Tree National Park. We're hitting the desert again. Joshua Tree only grows in the high desert in California. These trees, which are actually agaves, are so named because they look like Mormon settlers, like the hands of Joshua reaching up to the heavens. Like the rest of the California desert, Joshua Tree National Park gets incredibly hot in the summer, but it's perfect again in the winter for camping and hiking during the day. It's a popular bouldering and rock climbing spot as well. By avoiding the crowds, steer clear of the holiday weekends. Deserts actually comprise 25% of the state of California, and all of them are beautiful and unique. Did you know that? I didn't know that. And tip number 9, Sequoia National Park. If you think seeing the biggest trees on earth would be amazing at any time of year, just imagine them with snow. Though Sequoia National Park is not the only place in California that has these incredible trees. It's also where you are most likely to see them with snow. Combine your trip with Yosemite and King Canyon, and you'll get a trifecta of some of the best national parks in the U.S. right here in California. And lastly, number 10, Pacific Coast Highway, the PCH. I would normally not recommend the PCH in the winter months because you're much more likely to get marine fog, and the beach is usually better in the summer. I'm of the opinion that there is no bad time to be on the California coast. The bonus of going in the winter months is that you will have it mostly to yourselves, and reservations and campgrounds and hotels will be much easier to come by and probably a little cheaper too. But keep in mind that California is going to have a rainy year. We did, we're going to, and it'll most likely concentrate in the winter months. It's rare in the summer to see showers, but there will be some. Camping is also an option, but maybe less ideal. But then again, you're likely to have much more solitude and an otherwise mega popular route. And with California having mild weather these days, might just be the ticket. So there you have it. For more ideas on California, check out this video next.